let's run out to Cleveland, Ohio, and talk to the great and powerful Bradley. What's up, Brad?
How's it going, Dr. John?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Living the dream, sir.
Anytime somebody says they're living the dream, they're for sure not living the dream.
I mean, that's the Midwest way. I mean, it's what we do.
We lie. What's up, dude?
Going through life, had a question about relationships. Met this new girl that's absolutely incredible, and she is in the process of going through a separation and then a divorce, and just feeling some feelings of, I don't want to say shame, but, uncertainty. Like, I want to know how to best support her, me. Like, we talk about wanting to be together. I know I, truly care about her. I know she feels the same, and, just looking for some guidance on how to move forward with that.
How honest can I be with you?
I'm ready.
So you've fallen for a married woman.
That's the truth.
Yeah. The best advice I can give you, just guide a guy sitting across the table, is run as fast as you can. And I know you don't want to hear that because she's incredible and she's had some moments where you could reach out and actually help her because she's been struggling. And for the rest of your time together, you will wonder when this other shoe drops and you're the other guy.
No, that's definitely crossed my mind.
I would tell you right now, man, she's cheating on herself. She's cheating on her, even if she's in the middle of a breakup. And by the way, that's the number one thing I hear from folks who are like, no, like, we're already breaking up, and their husband or wife has no idea that they're already breaking up.
Right.
I would tell you to, as hard as this is going to be, I would tell you to run. And maybe, and even after, like, y'all get divorced, or she gets divorced, and there's 6 months where y'all are friends, whatever, then maybe. But I'm telling you right now, dude, you're never going to be able to sleep. Have you already had those feelings? Or I bet, let me ask you this. Are you feeling weird that she goes home to her house with her husband?
It comes every so often, but I mean, generally I just kind of do my best to, not think about that.
The fact that she's going home and sleeping in a bed with another dude?
Yeah. I mean, definitely don't like,
Is she sleeping with another guy?
Yeah, definitely. Again, no, don't like that. Definitely been something that's crossed my mind, and I just don't think about it, or do what I can to not think about it. But
I bet you're being coy. I bet you think about it a lot.
Depends on the day. I mean, complete honesty there. Like, some days more than others, other days not. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's on my mind every waking moment. I can't say with absolute, honesty that it's never there.
Yeah.
Again, it just depends on the day.
How'd this happen, man?
We met through through martial arts. When I first met her, there's like instantaneous chemistry, and at no point would I've ever thought she was married then. She didn't have a ring on, like, just the way it was looking, like there was nothing that was seemed, married woman. And at that point I knew, like, if I met her again, it would have been an issue for me, because, like, I felt the chemistry right away. And at that point I was in a relationship, so I didn't do anything, and then a couple months later, we met up again. At that point I wasn't, and I was like, it definitely just kind of spurred from there. But I think it's just so much of the compatibility, like that instantaneous chemistry, but it doesn't really work as well if, the story would be so much different if she wasn't already married.
Yeah. I mean, the story would always be different if ... fill in the blank. If they were taller, faster, funnier, made more money.
No, absolutely.
Weren't married, right?
I mean, I can't lie. I figured that was what you said there about running be the, I figured that's what you're going to say.
Why haven't you yet?
Not what I wanted to hear.
I know. Why haven't you? What? Because think about this. You met her. She was married.
Yeah.
And even your own words, like, I wouldn't even have known. which told me she was flirty, she was fun, she was hilarious, she was a good martial arts competitor, like the cornerstone of her life.
Yeah.
You didn't even know about. So put yourself on the other side of that, man. What happens when that happens to you?
No, you bring up a lot of stuff that I've thought about, and I promise I have, and naively or ignorantly I've pushed it away. It's a lot easier to say, "Oh, that wouldn't be me." I think at this point, not running. I've been, again, so easy to get caught up in the feelings and the emotion, and right, wrong, or indifferent. We have been through nothing romantic, but we've been through different things. Like she's had various medical stuff that I've been the only person that's been there with her because she didn't trust her husband or family to be there.
I'm gonna tell you right, hey Brad, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude.
Yeah.
She's playing you.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening. She found herself in really, really deep water, and you happen to swim by, so she clung to you. And she'll cling to you until the smoke clears on this thing.
Good old school trauma bonding, then.
It's not even trauma bonding, dude. Like, there's not a bond here. This is someone holding on to you for dear life, and you like the warmth of that hug. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. But you have to see that what you're feeling and experiencing is not real. It feels so intense and so good and so right, and there's none of it is real. If you were to call me and say, hey, 6 months, I just met this woman, she's amazing. She just got divorced 6 months ago, and I'm thinking about asking her out or whatever, I would tell you to be careful then.
Right.
But you don't even feel comfortable being Brad right now. You don't feel comfortable being in a relationship with a married woman, right?
No, I don't.
So what is it about this whole thing that is making you take what you feel and just throw it away, or just put it in a paper shredder and just keep plowing forward?
Again, I guess it could just be naivety, could be ignorance, could just be getting so caught up in the emotion that's there with it. Genuinely trusting and believing that, what she's saying and how she's acting is that she wants that new relationship, that new life, and she wants it with me, but ignoring the potential downfalls and the hole that I'm digging with it.
I would even go as far to say as I don't know that I wouldn't call her a liar right out of the gate. I don't think she's lying to you.
No, I mean, I don't think she is.
I think she doesn't know either. Let me just give you the stats on it.
Yeah.
100% of the time, I've never seen this work. Now, I'm going to get there's going to be a bajillion people in the YouTube comments that are like, no, one time. Fine. I don't know those people.
Yeah.
I don't know them. I don't know them. Sometimes people will meet. I do know of people who are have full-on affairs and go on to get divorced and be with the person they're having an affair with. And that goes on fine. But I can hear in you really have feelings for this person, and you understand that you have feelings for somebody in a house that's on fire.
No, that's right.
So what's your question? How can I help you? I know I've kind of just taken all the air out of everything.
No, I mean, the genuine question was, how could I best support her and myself? And, at that point it was like a future us, but the future us has been deflated, probably rightfully so. I mean, a lot easier to just blaze the trail ahead without looking around to see what's going on.
If this is going to be a hard thing to hear, but it has not been your job to take care of her. That's been her husband's job and her family's job. If she's in an abusive situation, she's getting beat up, whatever, that's a whole other situation, and that doesn't sound like what's going on here. And that separation is not a lengthy, drawn-out process. So I would ask you, if she was so committed to this, why is she still going back to that same house?
I mean, for her words, it was finding housing, which she just did. And then with the medical stuff, the insurance was with him, so she was holding on to it for that. Explanations, maybe. Excuses, no. But from a logical standpoint, it made sense to me. Emotionally, it just kind of ate me up inside. But
yeah, and it's still eating you up inside.
No, it is.
And if you think about it from her side, she got a free pass. She didn't have to deal with the relationship challenges that she may or may not have. She just got this guy that swooped in and gave her rides, took care of money, took care of meals, took care of emotional needs. She didn't have to do the hard work of asking for help, dealing with her marriage from the inside out, dealing with her family situation. Didn't have to deal with any of that stuff. She just had this white knight that showed up, and ta-da. And the moment that there's not a need to be saved, there will be a reckoning of some sort.
No, I mean, that is definitely something I've thought about. I mean,
how old are you?
Briefly, 26.
Okay. Briefly, what were we going to say?
I said I've definitely something I thought about, however briefly. I mean, wouldn't say just ignored it entirely, but after thinking about it being, that's just a temporary thing, that it's just, clinging to the person that happens to be there. It's a tough time. So of course she's looking for a life raft. And then after that, it's just gonna be, said and done and over with. It's definitely something I thought about, and for sure something I've pushed away even more, because I'm like, no, it can't be the reality, but
it's the reality. The person that you have feelings for right now woke up in the bed of another man this morning. That's the reality.
That's the reality.
And at 26, this will probably be the hardest thing you've ever done. Maybe not. Maybe you've been through a bunch of crap in your life and whatever. But I think that the right call here is, I'm gonna call her on the phone and say, "Hey, I can't talk to you anymore. When the smoke clears from everything and a divorce is finalized and all that, then possibly, maybe." But Brad, let me talk just to you. You cannot enter into a romantic relationship and just start pretending reality isn't real. Facts aren't actually facts, right? You can't just pretend like, I'm just not going to pretend that she goes home to this other guy every night. I'm not going to pretend that we've been having deep conversations. We may have hooked up a few times, but she's been saying it just takes a while. It just takes a process. It just takes time. I'm slowly working on it. I'm going to do this, and we're going to be together forever. You can't enter into a relationship just shoving all that stuff down. It's real. It's real. And let's be super honest, brother. It's killing you, and it should be killing you. There are people who can just be like, I don't care. That's between her and her husband, but what we have is between us. And knock your lights out. But that's not you, man. That's not you. But you're going to, probably what would happen is if you did this, that would be like, I thought, and you said, and so you're just going to leave me here to do all this by myself? Yep, I am. And if she turns the tables on you and starts accusing you of stuff but you said that, now you really have all your answers. Because I would say somebody who's dealing with a relationship falling apart with integrity would say, hey, I like you. I like spending time with you. It's not fair to you to drag you through what I'm going through right now. And I love having you around, but it's not smart. It's not safe. It's not reality. When all the smoke clears from this, then I'll reach out. But until then, man, please follow your gut on this one. And your gut is so true, and your gut is saying, run, brother, run. So I'll just tell you, I'll speak up on behalf of your guts. Run. Walk away. And do it with dignity. But you gotta back out of this one, man. You gotta back out of this one. And man, you know that. You know. Sorry, man. I wish I could have given you some happier news to start this show, but she's cheating on herself. She's cheating on her husband. She's cheating on her family. She's cheating on you. And that's not a great way for you. That's not a good ecosystem for you to start some new relationship right now.